Hello, everybody, and welcome back. That's right. It's Chat Havers, folks. Let's make a conversation. With us tonight, Colin Baker.
Yes.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, my God. Thank you. Wow.
Yeah. Game is still Poke Rogue.
Whoops. So happy to be here.
Mods, let's change that. Because I've been playing. Okay, so there's this game. Did you ever play
Rogue?
You ever play Pokemon? Like competitively?
Oh, like the card game? No.
No. But like, have you ever played it at the level where like you're like setting up the moves to be like all like it's like as if you were playing
the Game Boy game.
Game Boy game competitively.
Got it. I
Thank you,
have
Bobby.
beat the Game Boy game exactly one time, and I think it was last year.
Oh.
And that was after like the game Pokemon Red was like my first video game that I was ever given.
Interesting.
And I just had never. I'm terrible at video games.
Really?
I'm really bad.
But you're good at Magic?
I'm not good at Magic. I just enjoy it. I won my first Magic game recently
but
too. After playing for years, I'd never won a game of Commander, and I finally did, and was like, I rode that high for a week. It was incredible. But I love games and am bad at most of them. But it's about the pleasure is to play.
Being really into Magic and never having won a game is incredibly funny, man. Because I got to tell you, as someone who loves card games, I'll tell you what I like about them: fucking winning. Yeah, like that. That's sort of like why I play them.
Oh, I was getting very frustrated and probably getting close to the point of I'm one of those people that I'm bad at practicing things that I'm bad at. Like I don't like practicing to get better at things, and that's why I've never really. Like, I have a skill ceiling that I cannot pass in video games because I don't have my friends around me that I want to be better than. You know what I mean? Like, and growing up, our internet was too slow, so I kind of feel like I never really got into, like, online play and that kind of thing, and so I just never really got it, and I was more into, like, the tabletop and tactile games, and then just never necessarily very good. Not necessarily terrible, but not necessarily very good. And now,
I guess you're one of the
now
few
we're getting
people
closer.
I've ever met that likes this kind of shit. But isn't good at it. I feel you. Like I'm playing the One Piece card game, which we were talking about. We'll take a look at these. And I think I have a similar thing, but it's like I have a basic adeptness at games, and that I can get to like I'm better than a beginner, and I'm like you might call me a journeyman, and then but then like past that where we require a level of practice and dedication that I'm refused to put in, so I don't get better, and I move on to another thing.
Yeah, I also don't know if it's just that I like play Magic against people who are pretty good at it, and maybe that's the issue, because I really only play against a handful of people. Right. I only really started playing when I moved to LA, and then only then it's been like kind of a small core group of people, and they're all like pretty good. So it's usually like I just watch them like I had been usually knocked out first, and then would like just watch them and kind of like pick up a little bit from that. But the other day,
relatively new. It's really new for you.
Like playing like a game like once a month here or there. And then
you play online?
Magic, or like I went through like
arena?
I went through during the pandemic kind of an arena period where I was grinding, and that really helped learn the game.
Just to know like, okay, here's what a black deck is usually, here's what a blue deck is usually, here's what a red deck is, etc.
Here's like even just like and like little stuff, and then going and playing in the game stores when that became available again after the pandemic.
So you go play tourneys?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
I'm like that with this.
Yeah.
We have a group that plays, and then sometimes we do tourneys, and I like kind of half get my ass beat.
These Dragon Shield sleeves.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course
dude.
they're Dragon Shield sleeves, brother. What the fuck you think this
is? I'm out here
is?
fishing for a sponsorship. Sponsor me as a mediocre player. I love Dragon Shield games. My favorite
Shield,
brand.
It is great. It's great. All the stores have it. So this game, it's kind of like Magic. It's more like Hearthstone, I'd say, more than anything. If you ever played that.
I have not played that.
You have a leader, like you have a main character, which is the top card. It's kind of like Commander in that.
This guy, the
Charlotte. Like he's always out, and he's like your attacker, and then everything else supports that. Like other attackers, but they're like, that's like he has your life points, etc.
Are there multiple formats like with Magic, or is it just like there's
not
the one
really,
piece
but just because it's a pretty new game.
Yeah. How long has it been around?
Less than 2 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but it's kind of been a crazy smash hit. So I hope they don't mess it up. I worked Comic-Con in 2019, and my roommate stayed up till 4 p.m. playing Magic Arena in bed every night until he passed out of the keyboard, then snorted off to crumble the walls.
Damn, dog. At Comic-Con, isn't the whole like he didn't want to play. I thought, you're at Comic-Con. You wouldn't be playing with people at Comic-Con till 4 a.m. every day.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought. I've never been. I've always wanted to go to Comic-Con.
I went for the first time last summer, and I'll tell you what, more fun than I thought it would be.
Yeah. It seems fun.
My expectations were pretty low, and I was like, oh, this is cool. It's like all the shit I like. We're talking about One Piece SVT. We're talking about One Piece.
Yeah, we're talking. I mean, I like the art on this a lot more than I thought I would because I am not really a One Piece fan. But this looks cool. This looks very cool.
A lot of people play it, and they a lot of people play it that don't even like One Piece. They just enjoy the game. I'll have to teach it to you sometime.
I feel like I also have been getting like clues in my life to maybe give One Piece a second shot because I think as a like jaded 13-year-old, I made a decision that I was like, I'm not gonna like this.
This sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say
maybe I should reevaluate.
I've become completely obsessed with it in the past year of my life. That's why I started playing this. I watched the entire thing. I'm completely obsessed. I think it is my favorite shonen anime now, and I pretty much have gone completely insane with it.
Damn.
When I went to RVA to visit Justin earlier this month, I didn't know that Star City Gamescom was going on that weekend until I walked in my local hotel lobby to find 3 games of Commander going on at once. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's tight.
Well, that's nice, Psyduck with a gun. Yeah, they don't really. This game is in such high demand that the packs go for like $10 right now.
Wow.
Which is fucked.
The youth love the trading card games. I really.
It's amazing to see.
I love that as like growing up, trading card games were not considered cool.
Yeah.
Were considered like kind of silly.
One of the like. To me, one of the like most like even as my friends that like this stuff are like, I'm gonna play that. You know what I mean?
Right,
even the guys that like liked this kind of stuff, it was like an even another level for them.
Yes,
you know?
yeah, and because there was like a whole period of time where I like stopped because I was like trying to be serious and put away childish things. You know, I started with Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh yeah,
as like a kid playing with my brother, and then like hadn't really picked up a TCG game until I moved out here to LA and I saw Luis Lamus and Vince Caldera playing in the back of open mics, playing Commander, 2-people Commander, and I was like, that looks fun as hell. And it was very fiddly, you know. I like a game that has like a lot of things you can fiddle with.
Yes.
Like very tactile, very like it kind of like fetishizes organization in a way that I can't do in my real life. So it's nice to do with like a little
version,
a little dopamine generator. It's like taxes are boring, but organizing these is fun because there's pretty pictures.
Well, because then you get to win. You don't get to really win taxes, I guess, unless you're stealing from the government. That's the way you might, technically, I guess, are winning.
I tell you what, I lost this year, brother. It was
they took it all. They took
it
as
a bleak scene.
I pretended not like Matt. I'm on a tip
or hacky sack.
I
like that those are like the equivalent.
So it's so funny because I'm still like, well, one of those is cool. One of them fucking sucks. You know what I mean? Which is like insane for me to say. A man who has hit his 30s and has gone completely 180 back to just doing all the same shit he was doing when he was 8 years old.
Right.
Like, well, this is great.
And this is the kind of gamer I am, where I'm like, maybe a game of hacky sack would be kind of fun. Kind of like a point. There's no way to really win.
Right.
You're just like killing time, kicking a little thing around.
Yeah.
There's one a while back. Oh yes, the Pinkerton issue that also really killed a lot of my enthusiasm for the game. that was tough.
Whoa.
Yeah, completely. This dude, like, not this dude's fault. He got given the wrong product, unreleased product.
Yeah.
And he had a YouTube channel, and so he like opened the product because he was like, "Oh shit!" Like my guy hooked me up and gave me this stuff. He like leaks like 70% of the new set,
and he didn't even like. He
wasn't
well,
even
they
like
sent
trying
it to me,
exactly.
So they wanted me to do that,
right? Because it was like it was the kind of thing where it's like he ordered one set. One of the sets that has like a number and then title, and a second edition of that was coming out, and he got the new edition instead of the old. Anyway,
right.
Then he is, and leaks happen constantly. It's how they sell the cards.
Yes,
like they really love. They secretly love the leaks. But then like a couple days later, fucking Pinkerton agents show up, scare the hell out of him, come into his house, take the cards, and like go through his stuff and like threaten him with like legal action and like kind of like a little bit of physical intimidation.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and then it like through that kind of spiraled out into people like investigating, like journalists like Lynn Kodega finding out that like issues like this have happened before where the Pinkertons were set in for things where people were maybe a little bit more malicious with their leaks. Like there were some issues of people
specifically
stealing,
around magic.
And then it was like that, Pinkerton has a kind of relationship with Hasbro. in their as part of their like security department, and like several former Pinkerton executives work at Hasbro, and like they have been brought in many times before to kind of do this and be a sort of like a plausible deniability for then Hasbro can be like, well, we didn't tell them to scare the shit out of you and your wife, and it's like, well, but they did because they're a murderous detective agency. Like,
I guess my biggest thing about the story you're telling me right now
allegedly.
is that I had absolutely no idea. Do you see? Is it uploading? On the bottom right on OBS, does it? We're back. We are.
Okay.
You can see it. Yeah. Okay, cool. We're good. Well, okay. We're talking Pinkertons. Yeah, as I don't know if we had to. I don't know what you guys heard, but yeah, I didn't realize the Pinkertons were a thing that still existed. That's so crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
But what are they like Blackwater? Like what are they? What are they?
I guess kinda, right?
I guess
like,
those are contractors.
Military contractors, which is like another thing that I'm like, it's a wild that you can just be like a private military.
You're just like if the government gives you a contract, you can kill too with a lot less impunity.
Right? Yeah, like it's pretty nuts. And I guess that is kind of like now they mostly, it seems like, work with. Like they're not as much the private detective game so much as they're like the corporate espionage and IP security game, but like
they leveled up. I mean, you gotta imagine the money's better in that.
Yeah. And I mean, like with like a huge company like Hasbro or whatever.
I think I had a dream when I was like 20 as I really wanted to be a private detective. Like, I kept responding to Craigslist ads if people look like
awesome.
Of like I was trying to get one to like tutor me. Like I was trying to find a private detective and I was trying to be his like
his like apprentice,
exactly.
his Padawan.
Yeah, but they never did it.
Really, you never got one? No, did you ever get like a gig, like a minor, like kind of like?
Nah, no one was interested in hiring a recent college graduate with no experience, if you can believe it.
Right, to do something like maybe kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
My
friends, two of my best friends from growing up, once got paid by a woman they met at the gym to like take pictures of her cheating husband at like random restaurants around the city. But then they had to stop because they were like, "This feels crazy. Why are you having 16-year-olds do this?"
That is weird.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's not like that is what a private detective is for, basically, right? Like I similarly was like, this seems. I was like, that'd be so cool. And then it's like you find out like it's a lot of like following people around who are committing insurance fraud. And like going through the trash. And
you're like, well, also you kind of want someone who knows how to not get caught, not like some kids.
Right.
Know what I mean?
That's super weird that you would hire literal high schoolers to do that.
Yeah.
I guess they wouldn't raise cheap, and they wouldn't like, if they get in trouble, you're kind of scot free, right? I guess like what you could just be like, no, I didn't. And then the cops are going to listen to you because you're an adult and not these children, probably. But
I think you could also really make the case the opposite. Like they would be like, "Why are these kids doing this? Someone obviously put them up to it."
That's true. And then you're like aiding and abetting a minor and committing a crime, which is probably worse.
I worked at the Apple Store when I was in college. One of the dudes there was a cameraman for Cheaters, the TV show. He was a B-roll on the episode where Joey Greco got stabbed on the boat.
Oh wow! Isn't that why they stopped the show, or did they keep going after?
They just gave them all stabbed vests. That's very funny. That's very funny. Well, folks, tonight we're talking about something pretty awesome. I think that a lot of you love it. I know I certainly do. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's Magic the Gathering.
The Gathering.
The Gathering. Why now? That's an interesting place to start calling. Why do they call it Magic the Gathering?
Because you're gathering with all your friends. Or because you're gathering the component pieces of your deck together.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Probably
can't be the friends thing.
The friends thing.
If I'm thinking of like what nerdy like game makers would do in the 90s, it wasn't. They weren't gathering their friends.
No, even for a game that you need friends to play, you need someone there. I guess you don't need friends.
Solitaire,
you could play against strangers, but you know.
I mean, a lot of times they become friends though.
Right.
Yes, Jello Show. We're going to talk about this.
The Basement Coven.
We got. I was telling Colin a little bit of this. Jello Show is working currently on a completely custom Seinfeld set of Magic cards that we are going to draft with some fellow streamers once it's complete. So
that's pretty cool.
Hold on to your fucking hat.
Are you going to print it up?
I think we're just gonna put them online and then like do them like digitally.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty
fun.
cool.
It's gonna be fun.
Well, hey, if you need players,
dude, I'll literally.
If you need someone to lose, a designated loser. What's the opposite of a ringer? A dud.
Designated body double, but
like a. You mean like a security body double?
Yeah,
kind
like
of
episode 1 where like it's like Princess Amidala is like it's not really her and so if she dies it doesn't matter the one impersonating her. It's like that's what you would be for our Magic game. It wouldn't really matter if you lost.
Sandbagger, a cooler maybe. Remember was that William H. Macy movie, The Cooler? He's kind of like a.
What did he do in that?
He is like a guy who I think just kind of is bad luck, and the casino pays him to go like upset people's rhythm and fuck up winners.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn, I want to see that movie. That sounds good.
I don't really remember. I should rewatch that movie.
The Cooler.
I love William H. Macy.
Yeah, me too. Irish people can get it.
Just as they can get it.
He's an interesting looking dude. You know what I mean? He got a crazy ass face. Where's he
just
been lately?
A handsome little island. He's doing that Shameless show for a while. My dad loved that show.
Yeah, a lot of people's dads love that show.
Yeah,
a lot of people's dads and estranged friends from high school love Shameless. Bro. Love Shameless.
I saw a little. Did you ever see the British version of Shameless?
No.
It was good. I mean, I didn't watch all of it.
Couldn't think of it. So I said wankless.
Wankless.
Yeah. Wait, is the original British?
I think so. Yeah.
That makes sense. Those people, you know. They love their poor white people over there, and they go crazy for them.
They love their premium television.
Yes, on E4. Shameless is one of those shows that there's so many seasons of. You know what I mean? Like there's like in the double digits of seasons. Don't know a single thing about it.
Yeah, and I think that's an American Shameless thing. I feel like the British one might cap it out at like 4. I was a background. When in 2018, like I'd maybe been out in LA for a year. I think I was background in a Shameless episode. It might have been the last one with Emmy Rossum.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me they were still making Shameless in 2018.
Yeah. I mean, I think they only stopped recently, like maybe post-pandemic.
I'd love to see how Shameless took on the pandemic. Like, but you know, those fuckers probably wouldn't give a shit. I guess. I don't know. Is that what the show's about? Sort of bastards.
Frank. Yeah, he's trouble. That's William H. Macy, I think.
That's William H. Macy,
I think he's troubled Frank. He's not wearing a mask.
He's not. No.
He's going to have a lot of inappropriate things to say about it.
They had to cancel a lot of shows because they realized that main characters wouldn't wear masks. I mean, that was how a lot of them went.
As well as realizing like, oh, no one really wants to like watch this right now. And then in the years afterwards, I feel like we're still kind of like, I'm good.
The best choice is to not address it at all. I think, honestly, like not a fun thing. Oh, like unless your whole thing's about that. Like I don't need to see the Mask episode of Big Bang Theory.
Glass Onion for as like not being as great of a it was fine. I enjoyed it. It was fine, but I like that they like got the mask thing over and done with in like one scene.
They're like, nope.
They like introduce it and then they immediately like, and we wrote a way that we don't have to do this ever again. You got the character information you want, and we played it for laughs, and now it's over.
And then we're good.
Great. I was really, when the mask came out, I was like, is this going to be the whole fucking movie? But no.
The Mask. Kind of a different meaning these days. You know what I mean?
That's what we need, a remake. A pandemic remake of The Mask.
The Mask, but it's all different.
Mm-hmm. He can, like, everyone's just like, cool mask,
but
man.
But that's what's interesting, because that's a world, like, when the masks were going on in COVID, we're doing this is ultimate podcasting talk, but, like, the version of it where it's like, you're like, why do people do this? Why do people make these things? Like
it'd podcasts?
It'd be this talk. Now it'd be sort of opposite, right? So it's like now in the original Mask, now that the Mask was bad.
Yeah, he was kind of a wild card.
Yeah. But then as we saw in culture, the Mask actually became, well, for some it was still bad, but for others it was considered a sign of health.
Right. Some would say it's like a sign of cooperation, but that could also be like sign of cooperation with tyranny to some people.
Exactly.
So like, how would the Mask as like an agent of chaos feel about being told to wear a mask?
He doesn't cooperate with
anyone. Wouldn't like that.
He doesn't even cooperate with
But he's already wearing one.
Right.
So maybe he could do something, maybe he would do some kind of Looney Tunes action with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Be like a surgeon or maybe, I don't know, a series of masks that look like different people.
That would be cool if he was wearing a bunch. Yeah, no, that's
kind of doing a clumps with himself, like a mask clumps masks.
Yeah. And we do a fuck ton of different masks. Yeah,
is that not already the name of the sequel to The Mask? Masks, isn't it?
I don't think so.
No, there was a second one with Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah, there's a masked dog.
Yeah, masked dog.
And then there's Mask Baby.
The haunting mask baby. Really upsetting CGI.
Yeah, and I think that's the one with the masked sperm as well. Have you seen that? There's a really if you look up Masked Sperm, there's a really good character that it's not character, the sequence where it's like there's sperms and then one of them's the masked sperm and it's going crazy in there in the fallope and then it's it's fucking beating out all those fuckers.
I do want to see a photo of the masked sperm going crazy in the fallope.
Going crazy. That was a pretty good turn of phrase. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So you can kind of see that here. Turn that screen this way.
He's kind of a bad dude with a rad dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see they're kind of...
Oh, he's green all over. For some reason, I was picturing white, but then with the green face mask.
Yeah, and I think that'd be better, but it's probably harder to animate.
And also, I feel like this makes more... Like, this is like the whole sperm is infected with the magical DNA of the mask. The
magical DNA. Yeah. Instead of the mask basically turning you crazy, the mask turns you safe from COVID. That's right.
There we go.
That's right.
The human character would be anti-mask, and then when he went somewhere, they would insist he put his mask on. Hilarity ensues. Yeah. That definitely.
Right, because he's... Oh, no. That's really good, because he's like... Please don't make me put on a mask. And they're like, okay, buddy, well, sorry, that's the line. He's like, no, but you don't understand. Yeah. For me, that means something way different.
So then
he
really,
puts it on,
he should be like, I'm on your side. I just can't put it on right now. And it's like a double irony thing.
But then what would his reasoning be? Because, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, he can't tell them that he has a magical mask.
Exactly. So he's in this constant sort of like, this is the conflict in the movie, really, is like, he wants so desperately to put on a mask, but he knows that if he puts on the mask, which is the only one he has,
chaos,
because the mask makes him put away, because the real mask,
all of his other masks.
Every time the mask, exactly right, because he hates masks, but he loves being the mask. So so it's about that. And unfortunately, every time the mask gets put on, it is a super spreader event just because he's like spitting and pissing everywhere.
We're seeing ideally this could be a 3D movie and they could like spray the crowd with some kind of liquid spray, like a full 4D Universal Studios
and
kind of
COVID.
vibe. And it's actual COVID.
I'd like to see the COVID-19 virus. You get zoom down on the mic. This is one of the scenes of the movie. He's in the damn, the takeaway, or he's in the food shop, and he's like spitting out of control spit, and then you like microscope in, and you look at the COVID virus, and it's attacking the regular genes, and it attacks your genes, by the way.
Right.
And by the way. And then it's a mask version of the Corona-19 virus.
The little red crowns all become green.
Exactly right.
It gets a little face on it. That's like
yes.
Yep. Lots of
Yep.
Bad dude.
Bad dude. He walks by. I see where he walks by a right-wing rally, and he has a paper mask over the mask, and a protester tries to rip off the paper mask, and there's another underneath, and that repeats beating us each time because he just doesn't. Because he doesn't want to put it. Yeah. That really tracks.
Because there needs to be a reason. Like there should be someone who's like out to get the mask from him, so he's kind of like incognito beyond just. I mean, well, now you can't really be a crazy guy of that kind of chaos without getting like videotaped. So maybe that's also like he's trying to lay low. People are after him now. In the 90s, he could just run around Miami or whatever doing crazy shit. But now he's on YouTube, and he's on TikTok, and they're like, we're after this mask character. Right, we got to get this guy.
He's probably like, when the mask is on, he probably wants to be a TikTok star because he doesn't care about keeping his identity a secret. He's going live. No. He's doing ice cream NPC. But let me tell you this. Who would want the mask more than anyone? Dr. Fauci. Here's why.
Okay.
Here's why.
Right.
You're thinking to yourself,
Perfect.
That makes sense. Yeah. He's obsessed with masks, right?
Yep. That's the
whole thing.
That's his
you
whole
guys know
thing.
that's his whole thing.
He's obsessed with masks.
That's his whole thing. He's obsessed with masks. So he's like, I bet I could use this to create an antibody. This is what he says. Really, he just wants the mask. But he's like, I could use the mask COVID to create antibody mask COVID that would actually be an incredible vaccine. And then you realize, oh my God, the vaccine is he's trying to put mask DNA in everyone.
make the mask virus contagious, and
right.
it spreads, it
yes.
sheds,
and everyone becomes the
spreads.
mask, and that's in a word, chaos. I mean, that's sort of so it's an interesting political commentary.
It ends with the world being like descending into chaos.
Yeah,
of all
I mean,
these
you zoom out,
masks.
and the oceans are green, the land is all green,
and then the planet spins around, and there's
it's
a
the mask
giant face on the
yes,
back.
dude,
Yeah, and then we go, "That's all, folks." Da, 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 and
yep.
Oh,
that
yes.
shit, bro. I'm writing that screenplay
Wow.
yesterday, dude. That's
Nobody
good.
steal this.
Nobody steal that.
This is so good.
I want to see Dr. Fauci villain in a thing.
This is the kind of thing that they're really greenlighting right now too. So this is like
mask
this
reboots.
is gold
because it takes a known IP, a beloved IP, and it brings a contemporary issue into it.
And it has respect for the source material, but it doesn't take itself too seriously.
And it does its own thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's so much crazy stuff going on in the world that, like, it's kind of, it's like how, like, Ant-Man Quantumania is about the Me Too movement or whatever. I don't know if it is, but, I assume it is.
Yeah. I mean, it has to be.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, otherwise it just wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, they're shrinking into ants so they can not going to finish that thought. We'll get into John Voight's production coming in. That's right. This is basically Civil War plus Marvel Civil War. Yes. I'd like to see that. I saw a really funny tweet the other day that was, like Marvel versus Capcom, those games. It was Marvel versus A24. And it was all the Marvel guys and then, like, fucking the girl from 8th grade and shit. It was really making me laugh.
That's good.
Yeah. Mask. All right. Well, folks, the phone lines are open. If you want to talk about the Mask, our version of the Mask, or you want to talk about Magic the Gathering in any way.
we really spun off on a tangent.
No, that's what it's all about. The topic is the jumping off point, but that gets us to amazing 15-minute riffs about a version of the Mask about the COVID-19 pandemic. I mean, that's what it's here for.
To tie it into, like, Magic the Gathering, there's maybe like a Mask, like Universes Beyond, or they're like, fuck, what is the name? What is the character's name before he's the Mask? It's like something cartoonish. Oh, well. But
Mask
like
Jr.
Yeah, but he's got to be a green card.
Well,
green and red, legendary card, the Mask artifact.
Here's what I was going to...
Stanley Ipkiss, thank you so much.
There you go. Somebody had that on lock.
Ipkiss.
All right, here's what I'd say, though, because I think here, and I was literally about to ask you this, what color Magic card would the Mask be? Now, probably an artifact, sure. You could do that, whatever. But you think green, of course. I'd say he's more red. Because red is almost like red,
green,
black.
Red.
Green,
red, black. You could go, I mean, the combinations, we could go green, red, black. They're doing a lot of the 3-color combinations these
days.
Yeah, I forget what that's called. I think it's Jund. I could be wrong.
Jund.
They all have, like, fun little names. Yeah.
Yoxie or whatever.
Yeah.
Rakdos.
Rakdos is red, black. I know that for sure. Red as hell, Chaos Incarnate. Yeah, I guess green just really only fits with the visual
the fact that
theme.
It is the green. What is green? What is green in the meta?
I mean, I play a lot of red
counters?
green. It's my red green deck is counters. It's very aggro. It's usually like green is like you get bigger and bigger and bigger creatures. Mana ramp is the playstyle term where you're outpacing your opponents by generating more energy faster. So I guess
blue is control, green is
like generation, red is aggro,
black is dying,
black
is like graveyard stuff.
Graveyard stuff.
White is heal.
Yeah, protection or heal or like enchantments and stuff.
Okay. All right.
Green is big creatures and playing the board as it is. Yeah, I always gravitated to green as like a former Yu-Gi-Oh player where it was like Yu-Gi-Oh was so dumbed down and it was just all about like cool creatures doing shit to each other, fighting, and I was like, hell yeah, that's sick. And I'm often outperformed by the Magic people that are like super galaxy brain, combo city, oh boy.
I really like the because there's color archetypes in One Piece as well, and I really like this yellow deck because it's life manipulation. So it's like, so in this game you have like your life are 5 face down cards that you get as you die, right?
What do you mean as you die?
So as you get hit, right?
Oh,
like
okay.
So if an attack goes through, you'll like take a life card. And the yellow, a lot of them have triggers. So like this one says you may trash one card from your hand, play this card. So it's like you play a card for free minus the trash.
Okay.
And what this guy does is when you attack with Dawn, which is the lands essentially attached, you can look at the top of your life, and then put it on the top or bottom, so you can like stack your triggers up. It's very fun.
And these respond when you get hit.
Exactly.
Okay.
And there's also there's like.
But when you go through all 5, are you done?
Then you have it's like that. Then if you get hit one more time, but then there's other cards that are like the big sort of boss monster in this deck. I'll show you. I'll show you this. Is Big Mom. And she grants 1 life and trashes one of your opponent's life. So it's just a fucking nasty-ass card. But 10 Dawn is all you'll ever have. Like, you ramp up at each turn with more Dawn on a set curve, like a mana curve, essentially. And it's a very fun card to play because your opponent really gets really mad at you.
Are there 5 colors to combine like Magic
6.
or 6?
We got red's aggro, classic. Blue is kind of control plus, like, card draw. Purple is... like land manipulation is what you would call it. It's like it's a lot of like taking back your energy to play cards faster. Yeah. Black is cost is some reanimation stuff and reducing cost of cards to play. Or both of your cards and your opponent's cards. It'll be cards like reduce your opponent's card by 4, and then you'll have another card that says if your card costs 2 or less, destroy it. So that kind of thing. And then green is about resting cards, and blue, green, elf, tribal, scry, trigger, heavy commander deck.
Yeah, that's very interesting. What's the commander on that Tannum B?
What is that, man? What are you doing?
Oh no, I was saying Tannum B, the who has the favorite deck. Oh, is that you?
Has too much hair on it.
Oh wow, very good.
And you just kind of showed it before.
I can't imagine what kind of twisted antics you would get up to if given the power of the mask.
Sometimes I already feel like I got the mask on. I actually think if I had the mask, it would be because it just do the opposite of what you do. I'd become very Christian.
It'd be pious. It's like giving an ADHD kid Ritalin.
Mellows me
calms
out.
them down.
I'm actually like, okay, finally I can get my work done. I've got the mask on and finally get all those chores done.
Putting the mask on and diligently answering email for like 3 hours, no breaks. Just inbox zero.
What's awesome is you get to do it like you do get the mask powers.
Somebody
you do it really fast.
Yeah.
Like you're somebody stop me. Hello, whoever this may concern. I mean,
smoke is flying out of your keyboard. Yeah.
Yeah. My dang tongue is like I'm panting, you know, on the floor. But instead of because it's looking at a beautiful woman, it's looking at the awesome
that 0 inbox number. Yeah. You're like auga.
Yep. My inbox is never 0, dude.
Lord of the Rings set might be my way. I've never had an inbox 0. I'm at like, do you want to, where are we at?
Let's compare. Mine's fucking high as shit, but that's because I get all the Donald Trump emails.
You're signed up for all the newsletters?
I am. It really makes me like, all right. I wanted to make I was going to make a fucking post about this online because I was really making me laugh. Because all the Donald Trump emails are like as if he's talking directly to you. So it's like, oh, God.
It's like written in his voice by some intern.
Yeah. I'm eating by, that says eating by its lunch. I'm eating sometimes they are literally like, I'm eating lunch. And you're like, okay. Yeah.
It's like a tweet. But I'm at, this is over 2 different Gmail accounts.
Okay.
18,481 unopened emails.
Dude, my Gmail doesn't even show me. 18,000.
Really?
Where do you see it?
Just my notifications on the page. Really?
Yeah, because I don't have
turned it off.
Seeing some of the
probably better for your
do
mind. Seeing some of the badges just.
I mean, I don't know if they really need to reach me. They come back. You know
right.
What I mean?
This is blow your mind surplus value theory. We're talking
it's crap.
Nearly 20. It is mostly crap. It's a lot of like ads for stuff. Yeah.
I mean, let's look at the emails I received today. Donald Trump, of course.
Oh, yeah, there's some duplicates. Like, I think I get 2 MLB updates because across both, for some reason, from MLB.tv.
My AMC order entourage. Why keep them unread? Because I got shit to do. I don't know how to open this. What am I supposed to open this email from Shonen Jump?
But like, why? If I don't. I guess it doesn't feel like that accomplishes really anything for me other than making this number go away. And if this number holds no sway over me,
if anything, the fact I opened it shows it's important.
Right. I look for things I've already opened.
Exactly. If it's not open, it's like, all right, well, I don't need this. It's like, Yeah, I don't need the sweet green caramelized garlic steak protein plate email.
Maybe
you know what I mean? I don't know about that shit.
If I'm feeling really on top of it, sometimes I'll put like 100 straight into the trash, but usually then I look at like how many I have to go.
You know, I think because I don't get the number anymore, I never even
it just racks up.
Because you go here and it says an important 99 plus. They're all important, by the way.
Yeah.
Hot pads.
Everyone important.
Oh, cool. My Easy Pass Maryland account statement. That's something I still get.
Oh.
Yo, Easy Pass.
I recently got a text that said I owed Easy Pass, and I was like, last time I was there was like last summer. I feel like you guys would have contacted me before this. This can't be real, right? Maybe it is. Oh, a phone here. Yeah.
You heard a beep beep of a phone?
I heard a beep beep.
I didn't hear a beep. No, because I can see it on unless it's That's fine. Where's the remote? Here's the remote. No, it's up to you. Sounds like call waiting. Check if it's still open on Google Voice. I might have disconnected. That's because
there it is.
You're calling. That's because they're calling the wrong number. You gotta call the. Yeah, don't call that number.
Oh.
Don't accept it because it's gonna take us off Colin's studio. Just decline it. Call in the other number. Fool.
Call the other number, guys.
Call the other number. Dumb.
I don't know what to tell you.
We love the beeps.
We got the beeps.
I don't have a cup.
We got the beeps. Oh yeah, I'm still working on my little canned coffee here. Now seeing your text from the Maryland Toll Services, I really think my text from the Maryland Toll Services is bunk. This does not look legitimate to me. I'm getting just like a generic phone number, right? Like that.
When they say you had a UPS package, I think.
Yeah, I think this is BS. I'm getting.
All right, we got a call coming in.
Uh-oh.
Now we're in trouble. Tanner, mind your P's and Q's, brother. All right. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. What's your name? What are you calling about?
Well, you know, but back to you, Luke, and back to you, Colin. It is your old pal, friend of the show, friend of the chat. For lack of going on for a long time, the friends list is pretty long, and I can say recent friends. Jesse Warner Ritt, Futura 2000, Cause was a maybe, but I think was probably a hard no, and Henry Chalfant, surprisingly, yes.
Are these people Tanner. From EGI? I don't know who Henry Chalfant is.
Well, Luke, Henry Chalfant would mean nothing at all to you,
okay,
or any of the viewers, but he produced one of the greatest graffiti documentaries of all time.
Ooh.
It came out in 1982 on PBS. It was called Style Wars, and I highly recommend you watch it.
It's called what now?
Style Wars?
It was called Style Wars. Yes, sir.
Oh,
well, okay, wait, but did you meet him? Why did he get added to the list, or talk to him?
Well, I did meet him, Luke. You know, catch you up on a few things.
Please.
Been a little busy recently.
Yeah.
And I did a little bit of painting for the Andy Warhol Museum's 30th anniversary.
Wow,
cool.
Which was pretty cool. And one of the benefits of that was getting to go to the VIP opening of the Cause show that he opened actually at the Andy Warhol Museum.
Cause,
and that's
like
where
things, like those things.
Yes, exactly. The dolls with the X's over the eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're like really expensive, right? Isn't that the whole thing?
Very expensive. They're like a big Fisher Price toy, but for rich folks to say, look at this one.
It's like Funko Pops, but for guys that are too good for Funko Pops, but still want Funko Pops. I think. Is that right?
And I feel as though that could be fair, Luke.
Yeah.
but I mean, you may know Futura as well. He also is another big artist. He kind of, I don't know, he does like an atom symbol or something. But anyhow, Luke, let's not talk about these friends. Let's talk about you, my friend that I haven't talked to in a while.
I know, Scott.
And I feel bad for that, you know. So I did want to call in and say hi.
Well, Scott, we're glad to have you here. Scott from Pittsburgh, everybody, friend of the show.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, I used to look at a billboard when I was passing through there to go to college that said Pittsburgh is Nicksburg. And it was a picture of a child that presumably named Nick. You ever see that, Scott?
Oh, that was a billboard?
Yeah. That's what the Pittsburgh Tourist Center came up with. Pittsburgh is Nicksburg.
Who was Nick?
Just some fucking little shit.
Some lucky little shit.
I have no clue who Nick is, nor have any remembrance of that billboard, Luke.
It was coming in I-70 through Pittsburgh from the west to the east. So I don't know if you.
Well, I was actually on I-70 today because you know, unbeknownst to you, I'm actually in Kentucky right now, Luke.
Wow. Ooh. What are you doing down there in the dirty South?
I'm down here. My daughter Aubrey lives down here, and she's graduating elementary, making her way into middle school tomorrow.
Congrats to Aubrey. Does she know what she's going to major in yet? Just kidding, man. I know in middle school you're just doing math and science and all that crap.
So, how about this, Luke? She asked me today. We were sitting down and hanging out a little bit, and she goes, "You know, how young do you think is too young to start pursuing an acting career?" And I said, you know, that's a challenging question because I do believe that, you know, you kind of lose your childhood if you're in a you know, a childhood actor, and then also, you know, of course, we see all these horrible things coming out about childhood actors. But she's a really cool kid. We'll probably have her on the stream one time, you know, hopefully sometime.
Hopefully,
yeah.
She's pretty much just a mini twin of me, Luke.
I love that. Did you ever want to be an actor, Scott?
I'm gonna say, as a child, probably, you know, like watching things like Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin, things like that. I probably thought to myself, you know, might be cool. Well, no, I tell you, strike that. Let's like movies like Kazam and things like that. You know, it probably definitely had me like, and Richie Rich. You know,
you like the big
Dennis
production.
the Menace.
You wanted to be Shaq and Kazam?
Yeah.
The cool
I
costume,
wanted to
cool
be
set.
the kid that ran into Shaq and got to hang out with Shaq.
Sure. Yeah, right. I forgot there's a whole kid on
that. So
it's not just a kid's movie following around
but I do,
just Shaq. Yeah.
I have recently. I feel like because of a lot of people in your circle, you know, Luke. I feel like I have started to get a deep appreciation for film.
Sure.
You know, been trying to enjoy things, but you know what? I want to try and stick to the rules because I feel like a long time ago rules were made and maybe. Well, I'm probably going to break some of them because you know I'm going to talk as long as you let me, Luke.
Well, I mean, rules. I believe in rules, but sometimes I think when you break rules, those are the moments in history that, I mean, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio wasn't following the rules when he did all that stuff.
The only reason I brought the rules attitude. Up is I saw that Magic the Gathering.
That's right.
was the topic.
Thank you, Scott. Let's get back.
And I can't speak much to Magic the Gathering, but what I can say, Colin, is that I'm a 41-year-old man, and I can remember.
Congratulations.
I'm gonna say maybe about the time I was 14-ish or so. Magic the Gathering really kind of hitting hard, and maybe it's when it first came out. This would have been mid-90s.
Yeah.
And Magic the Gathering really came and it hit hard. And I remember my one friend. I still remember his name. I can't believe Jason Berkey, friend of friend of Jason Berkey. Jason Berkey used to get into Magic the Gathering, and he had this incredible. It was probably quite corny, but to me it was wonderful. Was like this Magic the Gathering set that it had the cards, which was probably your basic set, but it had this leather bag full of rune stones and these things, and I don't know if those are still involved in the game or if those were used in the game. I never knew what they were for. Maybe you could explain that to me. But I always thought.
Maybe
I always thought that was cool.
Yeah, counters of some kind or dice. I got my little. This is my little portable chainmail dice kit for Magic.
I like this.
I have a quite large dice collection. This is my ready to go set.
This is beautiful.
And back to you, Colin. Not only do I like that dice bag, but I like that bag that you pulled the dice bag out.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a beautiful chainmail. Tanner's gonna hold up one of those beautiful dice.
Yeah, the dice bag was a gift from my dear friend Lucas, who I game with all the time.
Back to Tanner's hand.
Back to Tanner's.
Back to Tanner's fine hands.
Now, I want to ask
you. I would like. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead, Luke.
That's funny. Now, I want to ask you, Scott. Where is that guy now? Before we let you go tonight, where is that guy now? The person you mentioned with the runes. Where is he now?
Actually, I was going to say I have no clue, but actually the last that I did see through I don't know, probably Facebook or something. He was actually living in. He was smart, Luke. At 18 years old, he crossed the border and moved to Canada.
Oh, wow.
And I think that was probably a good move. I feel like he probably ended up where he wanted to be and found himself.
Well, I love
he predicted the future with those runes. Those were just real runes.
I would like to say real quick, back to Tanner. I haven't really properly met Tanner.
Right.
I did see he was on your stream, but I wasn't able to make it in then. I think I said hi and maybe the Discord. Right. And I did see him with Robbie and Alan last night, but I only popped in to tell the chat hi and I love them, and then I was driving to Kentucky, so I didn't get to say. So I do want to say, a back to you, Tanner. Hello. I hope it's going good. I hope it's going good for you, and you. Or added to the friends list as well.
I hope so as well.
Wow.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in, Scott. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Scott.
Take care.
And back to you. I love you all. You have a wonderful evening, Colin. Don't feel left out. You will be added to the friends list as well.
Oh my goodness.
And I wish you both a wonderful evening.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir. You have a good one.
All right. Take care. Take care.
You
Scott.
But
didn't mean to cut him off like that, but we got another call coming in. You ready for this?
Okay, yeah.
Are you ready for this?
Bring them. Rack them up.
Caller, you are on the line. What do you want to talk about? Magic the Gathering. Meow, 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 meow. Are you ready for this?
The Gathering. Magic.
Hello, is it me?
Oh,
yeah, it's you.
Hey, this is Peasant Mindset. What's up?
What's up, dog? How you doing?
Oh, good. Talking Magic. What were you guys talking about earlier?
The mask.
Yeah. We're talking about the mask.
We were talking about kind of just intro to the concept of Magic the Gathering.
I mean, how do you feel about Magic?
One Piece, the trading card game.
Oh, I love it.
Hell yeah.
I played in elementary school back when I think Legion came out, and pulled in a Chroma. That was so sick. She's an awful card though, but
I don't know. What does that mean?
Those,
sorry,
like,
I don't know.
I
don't know what Chroma is. I don't know too much about Magic.
Chroma. Oh yeah. But yeah, I've been playing. I played off and on through 2010, and then I just got back into it in 2018, and then been playing ever since.
What are you playing? What decks you playing? What archetypes?
I was playing some standard and like modern before Commander really took over, but now it's Commander and Pauper because I still like to play the competitive 60 card deck because I think it's a nice break, kind of like how Commander was when it first was started as a break from competitive. So it's kind of gone full circle. And
well, why don't we take this moment for Colin to show what the fuck he's got in this Magic case then? Because methinks Peasant Mindset, you're gonna enjoy this.
Let's go.
I got my incredibly millennial aesthetic Sticker Blasts Vivitar case here. Is it still on camera if I put it? Not really.
Not really.
I'll put it here.
Yeah, put it here.
Yeah.
All right, so get a load of this, Peasant Mindset.
We got 10. It's almost 10. It's not quite finished yet, but my 10 deck Pauper cycle. 5 single colors, and then 15 decks, 5 single colors, 10 double colors for a total of 15. But it's not quite finished, but mostly finished.
Awesome.
Yeah, we got Pauper's decks on fucking lock tonight.
Dimir Ninjas.
That's great.
Orzhov Dungeons from that Dungeons and Dragons set. Azorius Air Control. Rakdos Gobbo combo.
Rackham Dose Goblin.
Is that the first day of school?
First day of school. Did your school like get, I remember at my school it was Yu-Gi-Oh, but they like had to come in with like, sanction, shut it down.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because I think it is literally the age difference is literally like Pokemon hit at that exact age, you know?
Yeah. Pokemon, I mean, we're about the same age. I think you're 31-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pokemon was big in my middle school. 32.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think because I literally are friends with Alan and Robbie and them, I'm like, oh, you're 34 or 35 as well. Yeah. Well,
no,
we're
I'm
the
a
same
little bit
age.
younger than them.
Yeah. Because Yu-Gi-Oh is also big.
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh was big, hitting for me right around like the middle school years. I think like 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade.
I played the Naruto trading card game in middle school.
I didn't know
Defunct,
that existed.
Not good game.
Really?
Bad game. Bad game.
Wow.
Bad game.
I was a big Shonen Jump reader,
Me
and
too.
I loved the Naruto manga. And then
too.
that's when I first encountered One Piece, and I was like, the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This isn't the kind of art style that I like.
Little
this
did we know One Piece would be the only one
would
that
pop
reigns
off.
supreme.
Yeah.
After all these years. Now, Peasant Mindset, are you going to your local? Are you going to your LGS? Are you playing with friends? How's it? What's your magic? What's your magic intake? Are you only playing online?
What's it look like for you
What's
these
it looking
days?
like?
Oh, no, paper only.
Let's go.
I do not want to get upset at not my computer screen. Not that I get upset at people in real life, but it's the gathering. That is the most important thing about Magic to me.
That's right.
So I go to my local LGS.
So is that why it's called The Gathering?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, the social aspect.
I was thinking there's no way. It must be because it's the gathering of awesome powers
Magic.
and
collecting spells.
Right,
What does old Dick Garfield have to say?
Let's see.
The
Why is it
old
called
Richard Garfield.
Magic the Gathering.
He had to have said at one point, right?
You'd say it is for the social aspect.
Oh, okay, nice. When will it be Magic the
Like
Lathering?
if you recall, a really early mechanic in Magic was called Ante, I think, where you would actually play Magic like marbles. If you played Ante in Magic, you would lose that card.
Yes,
and
I've heard of
this.
this.
More communal,
They had to get rid of it, I think. I don't think it lasted very long, did it? It was kind of a short-lived mechanic.
That'd be cool. Like you have to give it up for real.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of this? I heard
marbles in that old.
Damn.
Someone somewhere, like some YouTube video I was watching, Joe Manganiello, you know the actor, big muscly kind of nerdy guy, Joe Manganiello, was talking about playing Magic as a youth, and when they exiled each other's cards and removed them from the game, you would rip the card in half. And he was like, "That's how we played back in." I think he's from Pittsburgh. He might be I think he's from the East Coast.
That's pimp, honestly.
Yeah, and he was like, "That's how we played back in the day." And I'm like, how many of those cards would have been worth like so much money if they hadn't have been destroyed?
It's like it says destroy it.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it here. It says, after further legal consultation, the creators decided to add The Gathering to the name so it could be trademarked. Richard Garfield, Dick Garfield himself, the game's inventor, chose The Gathering as a subname to signify the beginning, with plans to change the subname in the future.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep. There you go.
Okay.
I always think it's interesting that the back of the cards still say Deck Master, and then that is like never anywhere else
addressed
in the
ever.
game. Like no one is ever referred to as a Deck Master. There's no like mechanic that like you don't want to be the deck mat. I don't know, just kind of like a weird design thing that's stuck around for all this time.
I kind of forget that
that's
they
cool.
say that.
Yeah.
Thank you for the follow. You know the history of the design of Deckmaster. Well,
oh my God! Well,
that.
call in Jin and Cat.
All
Hair.
right, Benefit Mindset. Before we let you go, give me your favorite freaking color or color combo. Come on.
It is red. Red, but red and black are a little. I'm a Rakdos. Yeah.
Edgy.
Easy too.
Yes.
Black and red. That's what's up. All right. Peace out, Peasant Mindset. Thank you for calling in. Keep it 100, boss. All right, let's go. We'll take one more call before we do this segment. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. You're on the air. We're having a chat.
Hey, Halo. So as I was saying, I know the history of the Deckmaster design, so we can start off with that.
Please.
But I'm also someone who has at times had a $40,000 Magic collection. Has traveled the country many times to play in tournaments.
Wow.
So supposed to be a fun time to call in for the first time about that.
Incredible.
So my understanding of the history of Deckmaster is when Richard Garfield first created the game, he didn't really know what to name the set. So the set was going to be called Deckmaster.
Mm-hmm.
When the first expansion came out, Arabian Nights, the original plan was to have Arabian Nights on the back of the cards. However, given the popularity of the card game with people playing the cards, they wanted to be able to play them interchangeably. So because of that, the card backs have stayed the same like that since 1993.
That's cool. So, yeah, because, I mean, that was kind of and no one had really done it before. So it's like they were like, oh, yeah, then you'll do the new set, and then you'll play that, and then the old set will be that. But then
that would be a very different game if you weren't able to, like, mix and match cards from previous sets with newer sets.
Like Keyforge.
Yeah. I guess. I've never played Keyforge.
A little bit like that. So, now, Jen and Cat Hair, so were you, first question is, are you still competitive like that?
Yeah.
Like, where are you with Magic now? And what's the highest level of tourney play you got to?
Ooh.
So I haven't played any more particularly. The last paper event I played in was 2018, maybe early 2019.
Okay.
This was after going very heavy, playing events nearly every weekend from 2013 until 2017.
Damn.
A lot of them, I never made the Pro Tour or anything big like that. I've made it to a couple of the other, smaller invitational circuits on and off. But, a lot of going to the Grand Prix and other feeder events and scrubbing out hard. Just kind of, having fun because I was living in Seattle at the time, which, had a very heavy group of competitive players who would travel out all the time as well.
Mm-hmm.
And my other question
became,
why did you quit?
I moved away from Seattle, sold off a lot of my collection, and bought a house.
Yeah, makes sense.
I guess $40,000 the backgrounds
makes sense.
Yeah, I guess $40,000 is pretty close to probably putting a down payment on a house, huh? I mean, that's got to be.
That's pretty much how it is.
So you sold the
entirety
and
actually getting somewhat lucky on Bitcoin, but I'm not going to get into that.
Ooh.
Well, I want to hear about that, man. Get-ins. When you bought in, what was the price at? Come on, tell us. Just a little bit. What are whistles?
I didn't buy it, but living in Seattle, for some reason in my apartment, power was so cheap. So from about 2015 to 2017, it was money efficient power-wise for me to just run a mining rig or two right from my apartment.
Wow. Okay. That's some real Bitcoin
and that is what I directly
shit.
sold off when I moved away. But that wasn't a lot. I think that was only 20,000-30,000 when I sold off. So
right
now
that's damn half
between
a Bitcoin.
that and Magic, enough to get a down payment for a house in SoCal.
Yeah,
that's pretty good then, bro. I mean, SoCal is not cheap, as we know.
No,
this is an expensive place. I've never been. I remember in high school, Bitcoin was I remember when it was $200, and I was looking at it on Reddit, but I had none of the skills necessary to acquire it.
I didn't even know of it until far more recently than high school.
I remember people talking about it. I
really
do, but I
wow.
never got into it.
I was not that. I mean, you're like a very kind of like computer internet kind of youth?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say so.
Mm-hmm. That's
but
dope.
I was like enough that I knew about it, but not enough that I could figure out how to get it. I literally had no idea.
Yeah.
I literally had no idea. I mean, do you ever play casually anymore, my friend Chin? Or are those days behind you?
No, I have. I mean, casually I'll play Arena a bit, and I'm still end up seeing some of Magic websites or people on social media talk about it, but I
do you
I
find
think
it's
I put
harder
money into Arena in probably a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you find it's hard to keep up with it these days? They used to just do like 4 sets a year.
Yes, absolutely.
And now it's 8 a year.
Yes, exactly.
Do you like and my other question to you now? But I'm curious to both of you. Is Commander? Are you pissed that it's moved towards Commander? Or are you happy about it overall? Caller, you first.
Something else, despite me playing tons of competitives, I've played maybe 4 games of Commander in my life.
Sure. Wow. Yeah.
So, I don't mind it as much. I like some of the way Commander stuff. For me, I played a lot of Legacy. It was the format I played probably the most.
Right.
As well as occasionally Standard. But the way I saw it was, sure, there was some decent power creep in Commander sets from about a decade ago.
Yeah.
And however, they've shifted that to the Modern Horizon sets, which in the past 5 years have just used that to push the boundaries of every non-rotating format, every single set with both Horizons and Horizons 1. And I think that is much more impactful to all the Eternal formats than the number of sets. But I wish they had the old release pattern where it was 4 sets, you had a cycle that would play out, and then we'll throw in 1 Commander set and 1 auxiliary set every other year.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many sets come out, because not only is there always a set that's always being spoilered, there's always like 4 or 5 different promotional or side secret layers to track from, to seeing like all these different cards. And again, the number of styles as well,
it's becoming a bit saturated.
I never got into that, but at the same time, the design cards that I prefer, and then a lot of my collection that remains is just cards in German, just because I like how some of the Magic names become definitely not obscene, but just very long or very interesting.
Well, in Magic too, you can play with different language. Like that's what's weird about like One Piece, for example, and a lot of modern card games is they don't let you play. You have to stick, because it's not because the cards come out at different times in the world, so you have to play like in the for English speaking tournaments or in English speaking countries, you have to play the English cards.
That's okay.
Yeah, which is annoying, which is very annoying, and I hope they change it soon. That's something I hate about One Piece.
This reminded me of a question that I wanted to ask the chat.
Yes, please.
I don't know if a lot of your viewers are in the SoCal area, but if anyone is in the SoCal area and they know where to reliably find Magic cards printed in Spanish, I would really like to know that, because I would like to practice my Spanish while I play. I think it would be a cool way to learn new words. But I have the hardest time finding them in Spanish for whatever reason. I find a lot of it's always like if I do find non-English Magic cards, they're always in Japanese or German.
Right.
And I would like Spanish ones.
Yep.
If anyone knows, let me know in the chat or whatever.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean,
I can tell you where to get English ones.
Yeah, hey, almost anywhere. Yeah, they're all over the fucking place.
Well, caller, thank you for calling in and sharing. We could all only hope that our collections of ID card game can grow so big that it allows us to buy a house.
Oh my God, yeah.
Thank you.
You really won Magic the Gathering.
You won Magic the Gathering. You gathered.
You gathered.
Caller, you gathered. You served. You ate. You left no crumbs when you gathered.
Yes, Mother gathered.
Take care.
I never really played in a world where Commander wasn't the most popular format, you know. But I definitely agree with the idea of like, sometimes I want the faster game as like a palate cleanser. It's more fun a little bit. I mean, the long games are fun, but it's just a different style.
Can you play Commander on Arena? Can you play it?
No, it's not on Arena.
That's what I thought.
They have
right?
It's on Magic Online,
which is the free thing.
Which is the other one. Which I've heard is in general like you can play Pauper on that one too.
Yeah.
And I hear people. Like a lot of my friends who are more hardcore Magic heads are like, that's the better one. You should do Magic Online rather than Magic Arena. But Magic Arena is like glitzy and easier for like a computer dum-dum like me to install or whatever. Totally. So that's what I got into.
Is Magic Online, is it also made by Wizards of the Coast or is it...
I don't know actually.
Wow, it is.
Damn, it's made by Wizards, huh?
Wow, I thought... So what's the deal with Arena?
I mean, that's also made by Wizards, but I guess it's
the difference?
It's like the more simplified, more microtransactions maybe.
That's what I figured,
Yeah. I learned from there was a mobile game called Magic Duels that was kind of like an intermediary between Magic Online and Magic Arena where it was like a little bit more glitzy but still a little bit like not quite as like produced as Magic Arena is, and it had less cards. I think it had like only a few sets on it.
Magic Arena is what they like put. It seems like someone's saying they don't want to fix the old one, but people have so much money on it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
People would be very upset.
Pissed because they'd been playing it because it was like the OG
for decades.
One.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Colin, we're gonna do this segment. This is a fun little thing we're gonna do here. Yes, that's right. Look at all these beautiful cards. Tanner, next slide, please. Yes, tonight we're going to be talking about, nope, you just changed the scene back, but you're getting there and you're working hard. New Magic collabs. We're going to I want to pitch you on some Magic collabs that were come up with both from me and from my Discord.
Oh, yeah.
We're living in this world where you can't get, I mean, it seems like the freaking Pope's going to have a Magic game tomorrow if we aren't careful. You know what I mean?
If we aren't careful.
If we aren't and we don't stop
very careful.
We got a damn Pope Mobile land card, stuff like that. So, and I always want to, as a Magic fan, someone who knows a lot about the game, in the chat as well, I want to get your thoughts on the possibility of kind of making this.
Branson Reese did something with like a Catholicism, the Gathering, a Magic.
That's funny.
It was very funny. I don't remember where he did it exactly, but it was so good. Anyway, sorry
to
cut you off there. That just really
joke. Okay.
Yeah.
Did I spell collabs wrong? Or is that how you spell collabs?
I would spell collabs.
Looks wrong, doesn't
it? It's an abreve. Does collaboration have one L or two?
It's got to have two, right?
Yeah, is it a font issue?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a font issue. All right, let's see the first one, Tanner. JFK assassination. So this is all right.
Wow.
We got Grassy Knoll, and now this is kind of a mix because some of them I people did the cards for, but this I sort of just added flavor text to. So this would be Grassy Knoll, obviously a green land. The CIA. This is going to be a black-white card.
Yep.
Because they both take life and give it in some sources.
And they wear black and white.
And it said we did it because he was Catholic.
Yep.
And this is an instant called Moments Before Tragedy. And this says add one bullet token to the chamber card.
Ooh.
So that's kind of
so
so do we think this would work as a Magic set? And do you have any pitches for it?
I mean, I think in addition to the bullet token, there needs to be like a legendary token called like the Magic Bullet token. And it's like a bullet token that behaves in ways that the other bullet tokens can't.
Right, and that's because that's why it was even possible in the first place.
It's like, it's a magic bullet token that can attack this way and that way somehow.
And then we could maybe have a Planeswalker where it's kind of like, or a Saga card. You know what I mean? A Saga card.
Yeah, I like those.
Where it's like sort of the story of it. You know what I mean? And like as it goes along,
step.
You load the bullet, but then the magic bullet goes off. I mean, I think there's a lot of stuff.
We need a legendary creature, Jackie-O, legendary creature, Lyndon B. Johnson. Lyndon B. Johnson, the exhibitionist is his title. You know, they get a little title. Yeah.
And now JFK would probably be a legendary. Well, you could have two legendaries.
Yeah.
You could have pre and post event.
Ooh, yeah.
White card, beautiful Catholic man, hot, sexy president. Black card, zombie. You know what I mean?
JFK.
Yeah, but the same idea.
Yeah.
Picking up the pieces card, that's funny. All right. Let's go to the next one. Coco Melon. Yep, that's right. Coco Melon are getting some cards. We've got the Coco Melon baby is a legendary creature, the crazy effer himself, and of course, Blue iPad holder, which is a big thing. You know, people who like this stuff, these things kind of go hand in hand. You know what I mean?
I'm seeing like in the Coco Melon set, you can get the blue iPad holder, the green iPad holder, the red iPad holder. But for the white and the black, you gotta wait for the next set.
Yeah, we're doing this in pieces to get you hype. The blue iPad holder meta is so strong, you don't even know what's gonna happen when you get the black iPad.
Right, but then you can build the 5-color iPad holder deck. That's all themed around iPads.
Cool. Rainbow
babies.
decks. Rainbow decks are amazing. Blue iPad holder, white dragon.
Very good, Arcturus Fats. Very good.
All right, next one. The grocery store. Now I like this one because I think this is fun.
Yeah.
I think this is my kind of pitch for this is like, let's go a little more generic with it. Like I think let's just take a lot of people see all these stupid, these dumb little thick creatures or whatever it is on it.
Dummy thick creatures.
And freaking goblins and crap. It doesn't get the common man, but the common man likes the grocery store. The common man likes the grocery store. So you got the creature, the milk aisle. They put this at the back of the store to make you look at everything. I think if I remember correctly, because I made this back when we did the old show, I think I figured out halfway through you could actually like do effects on the card. So at first I was just writing
pure flavor.
Stuff.
Yeah. These are all the chaff of the pack where it's like it doesn't do much, but it really sets the tone.
Yes, definitely. Albertsons. Yep, it's Albertsons.
Definitely white and blue for Albertsons. That speaks true to me.
Right?
Yeah.
Doesn't
that
feel right?
But that feels right.
I can't even say why. And like, not even just because of the color. It's like I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. What's I go to a Food for Less. Food for Less to me feels kind of like black green.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Vaughn's is probably red white.
Sure. Yeah.
Trader Joe's is black green.
Well, that's what. Yeah, black green or maybe.
Wait, no, you already
green.
said that.
Red green for Trader Joe's because they're very. I think abundance. I think union busting. I think. What are
they
Shopper
bust
King?
Unions. Well, actually,
Hardcore.
they give good events too.
They give good events.
They give good
I
events.
like Deli Michael.
Deli Michael. I didn't go to deli school for nothing, and that's an archangel, and that's he's powerful.
The angel of the deli.
Yeah.
I like also that this kind of breaks the fourth wall a bit because it's like, you can buy at some grocery stores. They have a little trading card section. Always love to troll through that, see what I can find. It's never priced good, but it's sometimes you find weird stuff.
You go into the grocery store and you go to Albertsons and they're like, yeah, we got Albertsons magic cards. I'm picking up like 20 of those.
For sure.
That's easy.
I would spring for the gift box, the $40 little box, and then get the cardboard.
The Elite Trainer box.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hold on. Are we back? Are we here?
Killer
to
drool
replace the
stompy Trader
cord.
Joe's.
I think our Ethernet cord. Tanner, maybe that would be one of your little tasks tomorrow.
Name a car.
Fuck you. Yeah, that's nice to say.
Subaru Forester.
There we go. We're good. Name a car for an edit. Subaru Forester.
That's
all right.
A car, right?
Yeah. Next one. The View. Now this, this is I really liked it. I was pretty proud of the typing here because the whole thing is they're all red something, right?
Yes.
So it's like each one. So Whoopi's red blue. She's kind of like controls the thing. Troy Bayard, kind of the sweetheart. Red white. Megan McCain, red black. Obviously, Barbara Walters. She's a big fucking monster. You know what I mean? So we get her. She's red black, and we say,
Sexy
"Here's
AF.
Whoopi." Also, Whoopi's a blocker. I did get that in there.
I like the stats on all of them. These are good. I feel like these track for me.
I felt good about this
Both
one.
their cost and their power.
They're
and
all
toughness.
mythic quality. That's right. I felt good about it, and like Whoopi's kind of like the best. You know what I mean? But you could see how Megan McCain could fit. Like if you could bring back a 7-2, like from your graveyard.
If you don't matter that she goes to the graveyard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, what you do is give her haste. Is honestly what it'd be. You'd give her haste. That's probably what I would do. And then Joy Behar, she's kind of normal. Maybe I'd give her what's that thing? There's like a protection thing.
Hexproof or Shroud now is subtly different than Hexproof, but I don't remember why.
There's like one that's like it just minuses attack though, right?
Oh, you could like just drop somebody's like stats down for whatever reason. Yeah, give them like a -1, -1.
Well, I don't know if White would do that, but I feel
Yeah, someone could be. You
ward.
Make them like a ward. That's ward. You have to pay to hit them. It's like an extra little cost. Yeah, Shroud means nobody can target it. Hexproof is only your opponents can't target it. Yeah, got it. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. We got a lot of magic heads.
I love the having the council to guide us
a lot of magic heads. Yeah,
Barbara would have trample. I think
Barbara would have trample, which would fit in with green. I think that's right. We give her trample. Yeah, I mean, I think this all really fits. I really do.
Yeah.
No,
I like the
don't
idea
apologize
of
for that.
Whoopi as the like red-blue kind of like in like an Is It spell slingy kind of deck. She's got quips going left, right, and center. You know? Always a response. Always
control, but like it's like aggro but control. Aggro but control.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very fun.
Totally.
Very fun.
Let's see the next one. Seinfeld. Now, here's where we get into it, and these are, I believe. Jellotion, you made these as well. There is a shit ton, and I'm gonna pull some up. We'll pull them up. We'll pull them up on the Discord as well in a sec, Tanner. But these are real card. I mean, well, they're not real because they didn't. What I'm saying, but they're
real proxies.
Yes,
functional proxy cards.
So we've got Seinfeld Observator. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may pay X. If you do, tap X creatures. I mean, now we get into the sort of these are
For
early versions.
4 mana. That's pretty crazy.
The early so I'm being told the later ones are better. The later ones are better.
How so? That's a powerful card on that Seinfeld Observator.
I know.
Pennypacker CEO. Indestructible. Creatures you control enter the battlefield tapped. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may draw an additional card. Pretty good. I would have fun with a mono white Pennypacker CEO deck.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up. These are good. These are good artifacts. All right, I got. Can you pull up the Discord, Tanner? Yeah, pull up the Discord and go to Card Hogs and then the Magic.
Card Hogs.
Go to the Magic Seinfeld Magic set thing because we got stuff like the Cookie of Black and White. We've got some artifacts here.
Oh yeah.
Sable hat. I mean, I don't want to give these two away because I want to really show off.
Goodness
what
gracious.
Jellotion has made here. No, just like pull up. You know how you can open the images in browser?
Jellotion, this is quite the feat. This is quite the accomplishment. And
you can like open link if you right click the image. If you scroll up, we'll look at a couple of these. I mean, there's so many that are good, Like we've got he made a Larry David Planeswalker.
Yes.
Really good, makes sense. Jellotion, I would love for you to call in and describe these, and maybe you can highlight some that you think are you're particularly proud of, or because there's a lot.
The names are spot on.
Yeah.
Like
very magic.
Very magic.
Oh, there is a Newman's already in Magic?
Yes, Newman is already in Magic.
What do you mean?
Newman is in the actor who plays Newman is
Wayne White.
Wayne Knight, right?
Wayne Knight.
In because he's in Jurassic Park and there's the Jurassic Park universes beyond.
Wait, Jellotion, can you call in using
the
website?
Right? Is that correct? Yeah.
Can you call in using the website if you can't use your phone, chathavers.net, because we're not doing Discord tonight.
And Peasant Mindset, I basically only play Commander and Pauper. Unless I guess
thank you for the follow.
The occasional moment when I get on Arena and then we'll like dick around in Standard or whatever, but I don't really know what I'm doing. So
yeah, there we go. There's the Newman card, the cleaner.
So touch. Good. Imposter creature category.
I like that.
Yeah.
Boyfriend.
Putty.
I mean, this is good stuff, man. This is deep Seinfeld shit.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that. That really tracks for me. What is Menace?
Menace, you need 2 creatures to block that creature if that creature attacks.
Oh,
so you like your defenders need to bring a buddy. Yeah.
What? Yeah. He's making a whole set. Tanner.
It is a full
draft it.
feat. And a set is like at least like 150 cards, right?
I want to play a fucking boyfriend's deck. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Hello, caller. Jellotion, is that you?
Hey.
What's up, dog? How are you?
Nothing much. So I wanted to so the theme that I wanted for this is each of the 4 main cast members is a different color. We have Jerry is blue, Kramer is green, George is for sure mono black, and Elaine is red.
Yep.
And the idea would be to have imposters be variants of these with their main archetype, with the same mana cost, just with an additional color.
Uh-huh.
And it's the same stat lines as well. So like Hapless Tourist is like Golgari to be George, but he came from elsewhere, so you can sacrifice a land this turn. Because in the episode, he sells his fucking apartment, which is wild.
Right.
But
goodness gracious.
This,
so yeah,
okay,
Green
so
Biologist
I
was like
love
the first
this.
one I made, and it's hilarious.
I really love the imposters thing. That's such a great way to do it, where it's like, yeah, you've got the main ones, and then their imposters are like these, because it is a show about people a lot of times using personas and like pretending to be someone else. Is it at Jello Ocean? Is the idea that we're going to play Commander with these, or played the sort of standard,
like draft?
I'm tuning it so it's, or I guess it's not just myself. There's also a few others in the Discord that are making it, but the idea would be maybe just like a single draft set.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want like people running 4 copies of these creatures.
Right. A singles draft set. Yeah. And you
cool.
make Yeah, and folks, I'll say I know Jello Ocean is looking for help. This is an ongoing project in the Discord. So if this is interesting to you, please jump into the Card Hogs and the Seinfeld thread. I know.
And that's another format of
that's
Magic
really good.
we
Susan
haven't talked about
Beleg
at all.
Martyr.
That's the other format I'll play limited if, save up a little Skrilla, get some friends together, play a little draft.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Buy us. How much do you need for a draft? Do you need a booster box?
A booster box is usually like $100.
Yeah. And that's what you.
But you don't use the whole thing depending on how many people you have. But yeah, I mean, so usually I'll just toss a few bucks in and we all kind of get one together.
And I will say Monk's Restaurant is literally perfect. Add 3 mana of any color. Use this mana only to cast legendary creature spells.
Very
so of course
good.
you're only using that. Jello Ocean, is this correct? To summon the main cast in their primary forms.
Mm-hmm. Into the restaurant.
Well, yeah, but there's also like Newman who's in this. It's not just the main 4, but
okay.
Gotcha.
But any of the legendary.
Any of the legendary main. Yeah. Legendary land, Chinese restaurant. Add. What's a tapped treasure token with a stun counter on it? Is it you can't use it yet?
So a stun counter, it just means that instead of untapping it during your untap phase, you just remove the counter. So it's like delaying like having it be useful.
Which of course makes sense given the fact that the Chinese restaurant is a place where This is
they waited a long ass time.
Damn.
I'm like, I was looking at these, but now that we're really digging in, I mean, Jello Ocean, this is like pretty fucking amazing, man.
Yeah.
How on theme these are.
A lot of thought seems like it got put into this.
It was an idea that occurred to me after it's like, this came after a discussion where we were describing like different like Magic color archetypes of like media characters.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, Seinfeld's been around for like so many seasons. There's so many like different tropes. Like you could realistically like flesh out an entire Magic set from it.
This is such a perfect one of Prodigal Son, the one where George pretends to fucking be Christian to it. Is it to? I believe it's to get play, right? Doesn't he like with a Greek Orthodox girl? Is it that one? And then so it's white, black.
It's Latvian Orthodox.
Latvian Orthodox. So it's white, black, of course. And it's real. It's like truly, dude, it's really good.
This is like the Universes Beyond set that I would be like very excited
Literally,
about.
yes.
As like, and not even as like, I'm not like a huge Seinfeld head, but I just love the synergy of it. Like it makes sense. It doesn't feel like it's like you just took 2 things that you knew would sell and you mashed them together.
Yes.
It feels like it was like really written with like, this is how this makes sense.
It's very clear. Yeah, you're very clearly matching the theming, but you're also not doing. What I do also like about it is you're not doing and adding weird new stuff. Like I hate when they add a new keyword where you're just like, use the stuff and figure it out. Like I think that it's like all within the realm.
Or
of
the worst when it's the same mechanic but a different keyword for an old mechanic, and it's like, well, now this is so hard to search, very confusing.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got any other we haven't seen, Tanner? A lot.
How many total are there?
Yeah, Jello Ocean, how many have you made so far?
I think around 40.
Wow.
I've been like a lot of these are kind of tentpole stuff. I'm gonna start going into like the sets that use treasure and foods to like just get like generic creatures and see if there's any like equivalent in. I also haven't gotten Estelle or Frank yet, and I really want to find out what like their color is, because they're like really like mono black, like neurotic people.
Yes.
So like how would that like relate to Costanza's like George's mechanics.
Running a Costanza deck seems so sick, dude. I like literally. I love that. I love that.
I like the idea of like the color of anxiety is black. Yeah, it's like it's negative. It's evil. That's so.
Oh,
good.
this is really good, man. I really love this one. The Hamptons, legendary land. The Hamptons enter the battlefield. Tap, add mana. When the Hamptons enter the battlefield, target creature gets -2, -0 until the start next turn.
Wow.
Dude, you're crushing it, man.
Yeah.
I like
So-
this.
The Hampton she
So
shrinks.
the synergy. The synergy is that it disables George for a turn if George is on the field. Like literally.
Yeah.
Right. Oh God, dude. What's legendary lands? You can only have one down. Is that the whole thing with it?
Yeah. Or you can put a second one down, but you have to sacrifice one of them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Kramer, Fluxian neighbor.
Fluxian?
Yeah. You really gave really good magic.
He's always in motion.
Yeah.
You gave really like good like the cutting wit, George, the aimless one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Susan is the interesting that you went for Susan as the. Oh no! But she's not. Is Susan like the main card of white? Or
Well, yeah, but the thing is that like, and this came up in the discussion about like what like colors map onto Seinfeld, where it's like nobody here is mono white. Like everybody here is a little bit of an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly right. And the only character you can really think of that would probably be Susan, because she's just like a nice lady that like falls prey to. Damn, bro.
I think also though we can't be limited in the color archetype of white. There is certainly like a way to be assholey, like a positive asshole, an aggressive,
yeah.
The suit Nazi being mono white, I think, is perfect.
Yeah.
Truly,
sort of a
well, like
lawful.
I think the depth and like the strength of like a lot of Magic's colors is that like there are positive and negative sides to every color.
Yeah.
Like red is very emotional, but it means like you're also like just an asshole all the time who just only considers feelings. But like white is the sense of like you want to be like morally good, but it's a righteous kind of moral good.
Yes,
right.
It's like somebody
Paladin.
who like gets a little bit of authority and just runs with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, white blue is a cop color
White
combination.
blue is cop. Yeah, it really is. Control and honor.
Yeah. I do have my white blue pauper deck in there is literally called air control, which that's
Yup.
Yep.
I mean, this is amazing. I truly, Jellotion, I'm blown away by this. It's so fucking sick.
Yeah.
subway.
Once the set,
sure.
would you have a target number for how many you want to complete the deck, or the set?
I would just probably shoot for like maybe half the size of a regular release set.
Yeah.
Because this is essentially just going to be like one round of drafts.
Yeah.
So like maybe like 100 cards.
Yeah. Wow. That'll be very cool. Very fun.
That'll be fun. Shit, dude. Well, I mean, I more power to you, and if I can help you in any way, let me know. Because it's so sick. I really think it'd be so much fun. And I know already DBJ and Justin are down, and I think Tom is too. So it's gonna be it's gonna be fun as hell.
Someone's got to get them printed up from one of those proxy websites
that'd be fun.
and get you don't have to make them all and like put them in. I know you're going to do the draft digitally because that makes more sense. But
if it takes off, we're gonna you be careful, Jealous, and we're gonna start selling these fuckers until we get a cease and desist from Wizards of the Coast. You know what I mean?
And then Pinkertons will be at the chat havers.
That's fine, bro. I'll take on any Pinkerton. They don't know what kind of arsenal I got in here. Parody, because I'm probably on the front page. All right, Jelosha, thank you for calling in, my friend, truly, and thank you for your hard
anytime.
work. All right,
the
peace.
green screen wall behind us is covered in guns on like pegs, but they're all painted solid green.
But I got them all.
So you can't, you can't tell.
So that's why I want people to lure people in, like they think they can come and fuck with me, but they have no idea.
It's
really.
just the arsenal behind us right now is truly frightening, but solid green.
Tanner, is Unreal connected? I paused it and unpaused it. It's just not working. All right, well that's okay. All right.
I realized my playmat
please show me your
is
playmat.
gonna key out because I have a mono green. Is it working? Yeah.
Yes, dude. You got the dang invisibility cloak up in this. Come on now.
Because I can't focus if there's too much stuff On the playmat, I like just a plain color, and the green is like the casino. It's just classic.
I get it.
But here it keys out, so it's an invisibility cloak.
My One Piece, I'll get it for you after this. It's like themed off the character, and there's like manga panels, and it's like so many words are on it. It's beautiful, folks. And know that your playmat is an extension of yourself, and whatever that means. All right, next one, Tanner.
I am boring.
And you're boring, and
cannot
I'm
focus.
Fucking cool. Oh, these are some of the older cards. Keep going. Reba. Now, I really like this one, and I want to shout out these next few have images, illustrations by Captain Cacho. So shout out Captain Cacho for making these. I love Reba, and it's Reba McEntire, but it's specifically I'd like to see if we could do did you ever watch the sitcom Reba?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
I
mean, you got Barbara Jean, you got the ex-husband, you got the son.
God,
I mean, I'd like to see them all sort of represented.
In the mix. I also would like to see, like, characters from Reba's oeuvre into, like, fancy.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe a red-black fancy card.
That would be great.
You know, or her, what's the survival single
single mom who works too hard. Also,
she needs a card.
Theme song of Reba.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Wow.
Yep. It's a very beautiful picture. All right, here we got Young Sheldon. Sheldon, the first nerd. Split second flash. Young Sheldon can be cast from the graveyard or in exile. When Young Sheldon enters the battlefield, counter target spell, Demon Child. Now, I think mono blue is perfect for Young Sheldon.
The most annoying color.
Yes. For the most annoying little shit.
Really? Can someone explain to me the difference between flash and split second? I don't know the difference between those two keywords, but I do like the design of this.
Yeah, what is flash means?
You can play it as an instant, so you can cast this card at time, like you can cast an instant anytime.
And you can't do it because it's a creature card. So
right,
it's like,
but with this, because it has flash, you can cast it like it's an instant card, so you can use it to counter the spell, which is pretty good. Flash split second means it needs to be resolved on the stack. Okay, okay.
So it's like it can't be countered, essentially?
Yeah, I think so. It needs to be resolved. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Split second needs to be resolved in the stack, and nothing can beat it. It's like the stopper for that interaction.
Yeah. Okay.
That's cool. Why did they make that little boy look nothing like Jim Parsons, you know? Not in the drawing. The drawing looks just like the actor.
Yeah.
But I mean, the little boy that they cast looks nothing like Jim Parsons.
Now, this is Dr. Benham. This is my dermatologist, and I sent Captain Cacho a photo of them. So this is kind of what he looks like. And he is a dermatologist.
Trustworthy.
And he helped me get off. He helped me take Accutane. He solved my adult acne, which was really good. So I got a lot of love for this guy, and I think that's why I think blue because he's got control, but green. He also can, he's making his creatures, his patients, but for him, creatures stronger and more powerful, beasts. Hotter,
helping you flourish and grow.
Yep.
And he's giving you counters, in this case, Accutane.
Yes, exactly.
Which is
and you gain 1 life. And I think, the hotter you are, the more life you have. I believe that.
Sure.
It's like, that movie with Justin Timberlake when they got the life on the hand?
Time thing?
A lot of it was if you were hot or not.
Right.
Usually that's how that works.
Because in that time is money.
Exactly.
And, I like someone brought up Simic is healers, but Simic is the blue-green combo. Simic is also like fucked up mutations and shit. So, there could be a doctor card that fucks you up in some way. Yeah, blue-green.
Well, that's what's interesting because the whole thing with Accutane is if you have pregnant on it, you're going to kind of make a mutated baby if it comes out. And stop it,
Yeah.
So
there's another card that's like any creature with a 1/1 counter on it mutates.
Yes.
Once,
That's right. Yeah, and then that would be a legendary creature and it'd be all crazy as hell looking.
Absolutely.
Is that it? Are we
Dr. Benham, MD.
That's it.
That's so good.
Well, thank you, Colin, for playing, and thank you, Captain Cacho. Shout out for making some really sick fucking pictures for that.
Yeah,
that's
I really love good.
Those. I'm so glad we finally got to use that, man. It's so awesome.
Very talented audience you have.
A lot of like truly creative people. Frankly, many of them more creative than I am. You know what I mean? You just pen to paper, I could set up the computer good.
As the guest over here, I'm sweating.
Oh, Captain Cacho, great to see you there. And also creator, of course, of the S emote, one of our favorites. What's not to love?
The S emote, like the cool S, like the
let's show Colin the S
Can
emote
I get
here. I can
someone pop one up.
Let's pop a S in there. I think I can. There we go. It's
Yeah,
my face next to the S.
Yeah, the S. I see it. That's very nice.
Wait, I made there was a Coco Melon one. Oh, dude, I think I forgot to throw that in because I got. Damn. Hold on. Well, I want to do justice to this art. Tanner, I'm gonna send you an image, but give me a sec. Will you scroll up in Discord in the segment submissions thing until you find? Wait, no. I think Cacho, you sent it to. Cacho, did you send it to me over message? Yes, you did. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Go to my DMs and then scroll down until you find Captain Cacho, and I would like you to show the Coco Melon image because I like it because there's a shit on his head. There's a poop on it.
There's a poop on
There's
the
a
baby's
poop
head.
on it that I like. I
Wow.
like the poop.
That
I like
is
seeing the poop.
Terrifying Coco Melon.
Yeah. There we
yes.
go. There
haunting.
We go. He's got.
Yeah.
He's very illumination coded. I think. Like minions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very illumination coded to me.
There is something about the character design of when you like the pupils and the irises are very close to the cheeks.
Yes.
There's a lot of white on top that just gives an unhinged quality to this baby with the. Is that his hair or is that a little turd?
Yeah, I guess that's a question for Captain Cacho. Is that his hair or is that a little turd? I think it might be his hair, but I like to imagine it's a little poop on his head.
Yeah, I mean, and around babies, they get it everywhere.
A lot of babies
they get it everywhere.
A lot of babies will stay pooping.
Stay pooping, and they have none of the fear or disgust that a fully grown human has towards poop. They find it fascinating.
That's right. A lot of fully grown humans don't like poop. Well, some do like poop.
Some
do, but mostly it's. I don't know. Okay. Do babies like poop?
I feel like they just don't yet have the instinctual reasons to avoid it, you know? So they're just like,
one way or the other,
it's like a sensation.
Yeah.
And then, this is weird.
Yeah, but they don't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
People like pooping.
I mean, you know, like the act. Yeah, it's a sort of relief.
I feel like that just genetically, our bodies make pooping feel good, so we'll do it.
We got all those nerves down there.
Yep,
yeah,
for a reason.
You can't be not pooping.
You can't be not pooping. You can't be not peeing either.
Yeah, and it's like if you're not having fun at work, what are you doing? You know, if you're not having fun while you're pooping, what are you doing? You
always should be, and you should always be pooping on the company time.
Oh my God! If
always,
you can get paid,
always. You got if you can eke that out, much like a poop. 15 minutes on the clock. That's 50. You just earned that.
Stretch it into a full like an extra lunch break.
Yes, yeah. Take a second. We got phones now, son. We got phones now, so it's easy to just.
You're in there playing Snake, playing Tetris.
Playing Tetris, and the poops sometimes they come out like a big snake. When I was 3 years old, I pooped in the bath and I was scared because I thought it was a snake and I started crying.
Wait, wow. Yep. So you pooped and then immediately forgot that you pooped, and then when you saw like a cat being confronted with a cucumber,
that's right.
You were spooked.
Well, I kind of like knew it was poop, but at the same time, it was also a scary snake, you know. And I think that's just the child's like your
brain. The synapses are so new.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Like I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't. Yeah. I didn't know.
So maybe that's the instinctual fear of the poop begins.
Yeah, like we have an instinctual fear.
You associate it with a snake.
Because snakes are something we instinctually fear.
Yeah.
That's a genetic thing, and maybe we fear. I mean, it's probably good to fear poop.
Probably.
Because you start eating that stuff, you can get sick.
You keep that around the clan, around the group.
Yeah,
you're gonna get sick.
There's E. coli in that.
As well as like a lot of animals hide their poop because they don't want to get found by other animals.
That's right.
So you got to go do it elsewhere, bury it.
How
did we get on this? Oh, Coco Melon had poop on his head.
Yeah, and then I talked about the and then the snakes thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
I love it. There's a snake in my butt.
Thank you for adding that as a permitted term to the Automod. I appreciate it, Robbie. Well, folks, we got about 10, 15 minutes here. If you do have any other things you'd like to say about Magic, I'd like to look at some of these decks.
Oh, for sure.
What I'd like to do.
You want to look at some of these? The Commander ones are prettier.
Please, let's take
I
a
like
look.
the art on that one. That's my...
So Grumgully is the Commander.
Grumgully the Generous is the Commander of this deck, and he's got great art with just like a big handful of mushrooms. Great flavor.
Ooh, so now can they kill your commander card?
Yes, and it's a pain in the ass because every time your commander, so they can kill it, but it's hard to kill it permanently because it goes back to your command zone, which is like a special format kind of space. You can re-summon it back, but it gets progressively more expensive every time it goes back and comes back.
So the idea is like, so now if you don't know, folks, Grum Gully, every time a non-human creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counters. So then it's a sort of ramp kind of thing.
Yep, ramp, and it's at first when I made the deck, I didn't really know what I was doing, and so I was just like focusing on big creatures getting bigger. But then I realized, and then my friend David helped me realize also that like the +1 thing allows me, if I'm generating a bunch of small creatures, I'm getting twice the bang for my buck.
Yeah, right.
My little small creatures are now twice as big just automatically. So now it's kind of more of a go wide deck.
This is interesting.
It makes a bunch of them.
Because these double-sided lands, you have a card in that says the double-sided
land. I have the placeholders.
And then you play it, and then you pull the land out.
I pull and choose the double side.
That's very cool.
I just keep them in a little. I realize these sleeves are green, so you probably can't see them on the stream very well. They are keying out completely.
Like I'm holding
Vanta black.
I'm visibility cloak.
Yeah, these ones are blue. They might show up a little bit.
Yeah.
Galea, Kindler of Hope.
This is white. This is blue-white.
This is green, blue, white. Green, white, blue, I guess, on this card. This was a pre-con from the D&D set, and somebody gifted me the pre-constructed deck, and then I have since kind of doctored it up a little bit.
No, this is actually, I actually know a bit about this D&D set because I was playing a lot of Arena when that came out.
Uh-huh. I think it was a fun set.
I really liked the adventure keyword. I thought that was really cool.
The dungeon
dungeon
keyword.
Thing, yeah.
Super good.
Can you do that in this deck or no?
There are a few in there, I think. Yeah, I think so. I've got some like a big token card for the dungeons.
You got 2 copies of this.
Yeah, because that one, the precons, I guess, come with like a little extra one for some reason. I guess so maybe you can like show people at your table without handing over your actual card. You can show them a little proxy.
Usually the commander is what the deck is built around. Like
right.
Yeah,
that's going to be kind of the main engine of it.
Now, what is green? When you get up into like tricolor, like is that archetype that green, white, blue kind of
like
around?
stick to? I don't know if this color combo always sticks to this, like. So this deck, the archetype that like what it's trying to do is what do they call it? Tron, where you're trying to like you put out a creature and then you're stacking a whole bunch of other spells on top of it to make it better. So like the initial creature might not be that exciting and is probably kind of cheap and not that powerful, but then as I put more and more cards on it, it gets like progressively bigger and bigger, kind of like I guess the pieces of Voltron coming together, I think is the idea. I don't think that's
Tron like the computer.
Not Tron like the computer game, but like Voltron, I think is the idea.
Voltron. Now there's a character that
probably ripe for a collabo, a Magic collabo.
Like to see that.
Yeah,
Voltron is something I feel like I truly don't know. I watched the anime version on Netflix and I thought it was all right, but I have no ties to it. I don't even really know what it is.
Well, it was Power Rangers adjacent, wasn't it? There's a Voltron artifact. There's like a giant mech vehicle in Kamigawa.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Pretty cool.
And you put it together?
You put it together, and I think you like. They added a new mechanic called like you crew a vehicle. You have to like tap a certain number of
creatures to make it work.
Yeah. Rappers love. Hey, it's a great word to reference. If you can come up with a good rhyme for Voltron, that's peak level. That's top tier.
We didn't really talk about this, but it's really, really, really funny to me that the second ever Magic the Gathering set was called Arabian Nights.
Yeah,
that's so weird.
It's odd.
Oh, we're doing an Arabian Nights theme.
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, I guess. Again, it's kind of like the early game is super different from what the game ended up being.
Yeah.
Because like in that Arabian Nights set, I think there's like Aladdin and like other like figures from the mythological tales of the Arabian Nights. And so it's like, but then they kind of abandoned that after that set for then doing their own IP versions of different. Because like the Theros sets are all Greek myth inspired.
Yes,
but they come
but
up
they didn't want to
with
get
their own thing. Yeah. The Eldraine sets are fairy tales. Yeah, et cetera, et cetera.
Was there any precursors to Magic in terms of collectible card games?
I think it was the first one, is my understanding. I watched like, there's like an 80-minute Magic the Gathering documentary that I saw when I was first getting into it. It was on Netflix. It might still be. And it was about the Pro Tour, but it was also about like just the game.
Yeah.
And I think in that documentary they say like Richard Garfield was like, he liked games, he liked card games, he liked chess, and he liked like fantasy stuff. And he was like, what if when you played a card game, each person, like, you didn't necessarily know what kind of cards the other person would have. It was like you would show up with your own cards, and it was kind of a mystery until the game started. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool as hell. And that's crazy that it took until the 90s, I guess, for that to kind of come about.
Yeah, that is so wild.
It's sick. I mean,
and it's crazy
fun.
that it's. I also find it very interesting, just inherently, that it's an American card game, and then every other popular card game is made in Japan, except for Magic, which is the most popular. But then, like, you know, like what they play at also there's this thing called, you know what Lorcana is?
Yes,
the Disney one. I guess that's not, but that what makes you laugh.
I cannot. That makes you laugh. Yeah, kind of.
What are you gonna do? Run a Piglet aggro deck? Come on now! Literally made that joke yesterday, but I think it's so funny. What the hell? You running the damn Sebastian the Crowd control deck? I mean, what the hell do they expect me to do here? I mean, this isn't cool, man. This stinks. Playing the damn, I'm the damn fucking broom and the fucking mops from Fantasia is my most powerful card. I don't think so.
I would play a churn. I mean, I kind of despise the concept of, you know, like the idea of like a huge, massive media company like Disney being like, well, let's just rip off Magic the Gathering, as if Magic's not also a huge, giant media company. But you know what I'm saying. But and I do find it funny when I go to the game store and I see the adults playing Lorcana, and I feel kind of better than them, even though I'm like also in the game store.
It's literally we're all in the game store, but I'm playing like I'm playing a truly a child's anime card game very seriously. But I literally also have been like, well, at least I'm not playing fucking Lorcana. You know, I get it. Okay, now, Aether, I think you're kidding, but that also feels like it could be real. A Piglet Genie control deck. Like, that does feel like what it is.
Yeah.
You play a name, what's next? What's next? You're doing a damn Peter Pan aggro, and the win condition is you've got to feed the damn crocodile Hook's arm.
Am I right?
You know what I'm talking about.
Chernabog from Fantasia, the big devil guy. There's got to be a Lorcana card around that, right? That's just built for it.
That'd be cool. Is that real, Aether? Again, it sounds real.
Blocking them and destroying all their creatures. Why would Genie? I guess Genie's doing the blocking, but why would Piglet be doing the destroying? None of those characters feel violent to me. Why are either of them destroying?
Something's not adding up here, Aether.
Unless there's some other magic afoot in the deck. I don't know how it works. I don't even know
what kind of game Lorcana is.
Yeah, I'm assuming. I guess I'm just picturing magic in my head, and it's not.
I'll tell you what. Piglet is magical, and Genie is also magical.
Well, thank you, Aether.
Piglet is not magical, also. In what world is Piglet magical? Piglet's a fucking loser.
I mean, they're all the animals are magical in the sense that they're imaginary,
no, they
correct?
Aren't. No. Well, okay. But in their world, they're
just mundane.
Like, relative to each other, that's just like, none of them have, nobody's like, he has power. I mean, maybe Owl because he's smart, but he doesn't have power.
Yeah.
Piglet isn't magical, dude.
Eeyore has the power of depression.
Yes.
The endless
power. Mental illness is feels like a superpower in its own right if you get your handle on it.
You know, I love when a TV show takes a mental illness and turns it into a superpower.
Specifically when Winnie the Pooh does that.
Yes.
Yep.
Winnie the Pooh, what's the word? Ravenous consumer. I'm trying to come up with like a title for Pooh. Pooh, ravenous honey aficionado.
Yeah.
Bro, put some respect on Piglet's name.
Fuck Piglet.
You know?
Bro, people really be paying $400 for. I have no idea. I mean, Lorcana the local game stores I go. Dude,
dropping Christopher
Robin basically the most, because Christopher Robin is the engine of the deck. So once you get him out, it's really easy to get all the creatures from 100 Acre Woods, especially when you have the 100 Acre Woods stage card, because then that's a searcher, and you're just like you're finding Piglet, you're finding Rue, you're finding Rue's mom, and like. You wouldn't expect it because Rue's mom's kind of a secondary character, but in Lorcana, she's actually extremely powerful.
A very powerful mom.
Right.
Once you put those lightning greaves, the little girl shoes on Christopher Robin, and then he has hexproof and Can't
He's
be
something
touched.
else.
Can't be touched.
Christopher Woden.
Honey's Bane.
Nowadays.
Yes, that's
Honey's
perfect.
Bane. That's
See,
really
Jello Ocean, you're really good at
You're
this.
really good at this,
You're
man.
really
it's
good
really
at
crazy.
this. I don't know if there's like, I mean, I guess just go work for Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, maybe we can.
Like,
I'll try and use my bigwig Hollywood connections to get you an interview at Wizards of the Coast where you present your Seinfeld.
God, that would. I mean, if they're doing Doctor Who, Jurassic Park,
literally do some crazy
Transformers,
shit. Like,
why not do a comedy show?
Yeah. I don't
why
want
not?
Fallout cards. Like, grow up.
Yeah.
Literally grow up. I don't want Fallout cards. Grow the fuck up. I literally don't want
game for teenagers.
Literally, it's like
I'm like, I have a little cousin who is like, he's a Pokemon fan, and I'm just like waiting for him to like age up into Magic, and then I'm like, come on, dude, now we're gonna really, because he collects baseball cards, and I'm like, that's dope. But he plays the Pokemon, and he loves to like show them off, and he tries to get me to play, and I'm like, I just don't know how to play this, but this is cool. I will try to learn.
To be honest, it's like a simple card game for children. And of course it is, but it's like it's very simple in a way where I was like, I played it a little bit, and I was like, it's just like the skill cap where you're just like, I don't even really feel like I can get that much better at it because there's just not that many things going on, you know?
Well, and I'm fighting against having game rules explained to me by a child, which is like kind of a separate game in and of itself. Where you're like, great, okay, yeah, totally. I definitely follow what you're saying.
Glendale is Orzhov. What is Orzhov?
Orzhov is white-black.
White-black.
Yeah, Glendale is Orzhov. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Orzhov is like the Death and Taxes is like their little like kind of quippy little thing. Piglet's teacup hat equipped Christopher Robin, mounted Christopher Robin on Eeyore. Yeah,
dude,
damn dog.
That shit pops the fuck off.
Damn dog.
That shit pops the fuck off.
Start doing 12 damage with a mounted up Christopher Robin.
But they can't call it damage. They call it tickles in Lorcana. You get 5 tickles a game, and if you get all your tickles up, then the other player gets to tickle you. Yeah, unfortunately. God, this game even looks like shit.
Yeah. I mean, and that's partly what drew me into Magic was I was like, everything looks gorgeous. Even the like hideous things, are like so fun to look at. Yeah, that's just not doing it for me, the Lorcana. I'm sorry for all you Lorcana heads out there.
No,
but
this stinks.
I already feel bad, like, shelling out cash to Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro. I would feel really bad if I was just, like,
shelling it out
Disney
to Disney,
more money.
yeah. Because Disney will do worse than send Pinkertons. They'll just send a sniper to your house to assassinate you.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, it's been an incredible show, Colin. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been a blast. On this
blast.
Delightful couch, getting to show off my stuff. This is like showing off this case, this endless project that I've been invested in.
The endless project, as we call it.
Yeah.
Where can we find you?
Oh, goodness.
Colin?
I am on... I don't use my social media very much, so that's my caveat warning. But I am on the Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on... I guess that's it. I guess I'm on Facebook, but, like, who's on there?
Friend Colin on Facebook.
Yeah, go ahead. Friend me on Facebook.
Friend Colin
Why
on
not?
Facebook.
It's
Colin
just,
Baker.
It's my full name on everything. Just Colin Baker.
Friend him.
2 L's in Colin. Yeah, check it out. I think that's it. Oh, if you're in LA, I'm going to be doing a show at Scribble coming up soon.
When's that?
I think it's June 15th. I might have that date slightly wrong, but it's somewhere in the middle of June. I don't know. My friend Erica's putting it together. Erica Schaefer, very talented musician and bass player. Check her out. She's incredible.
Nice.
She's putting together a little show at the wonderful community center known as Scribble.
Which I still haven't been to, but it's pretty close.
Me neither.
I need to go. It's very cool. It's a venue. It's a mental health space. Folks, what can't they do these days?
What can't they do
these days? All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. Oh, raid Libby instead. It's her birthday. Okay, yeah, I'll raid Libby.
Let's raid Libby.
We'll raid Libby. Libtron. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for being here. It's been an incredible show, and we'll catch you on the damn flip. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to start my playthrough of Paper Mario: The 1,000-Year Door, so get fucking hype. All right, bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.